Okay, good afternoon. Today we will start chapter number 6 or unit number 6, Vision System for AI. Now, vision means what? To look or to sight an object. Now, in robot system, it is known as machine vision. Already we have seen different types of sensors used in robots to sense the different things. Therefore, that is nothing but the vision system. Therefore, we are knowing that in robot or in automatic guided vehicle, what are different forms of robot? We have seen service robot, mobile robot, or that robot on for the Mars mission, robot for this Chandrayaan mission. All these robots are equipped with different sensors. Sensors is nothing but that vision system. Vision system is used in the robot to identify the objects. Now syllabus, machine vision, definition and system components, lighting techniques, image processing fundamentals, in that edge detection, shape analysis, segmentation, object identification, template matching, cameras. In that cameras we are going to see four types of cameras, that is CCD camera means digital cameras, CMOS, area scan, line scan, camera specification and selection, and camera calibration. Now, vision system for AI. This is a definition. Vision can be defined as the task of extracting information about the external world from light rays imaged by a camera or an eye. Vision, also referred in the literature as computer vision or machine vision or robot vision. The vision systems or vision sensors are classified as external non-contact type. They are used by robots to let them look around and find the parts. For example, picking and placing them at appropriate locations. Earlier, fixtures were used with robots for accurate positioning of the parts. Such fixtures are very expensive. A vision system can provide alternative economic solution. Now, what are the different tasks that vision system includes, or different parts of the vision system? It is shown in the figure. Now this is the robot, therefore this is the object, and this is the camera. Here it is also camera there, therefore, and this is the robot controller. All these are the hardware components of the robot's vision system or machine vision system. Now this, all the things are linked with image processing software on the PC, and that PC is linked to the robot controller. Therefore, the different tasks performed by the robot vision system or machine vision system are as follows. First is inspection, that is checking for gross surface defects, discovery of flaws in labeling, verification of the presence of components in assembly, measuring for dimensional accuracy, checking the presence of holes and other features in a part, Then next is identification. Here, the purpose is to recognize and classify an object rather than to inspect it. Inspection implies that the part must be either accepted or rejected. Third, visual surveying and navigation control. The purpose here is to direct the actions of the robot based on its visual inputs. For example, to control the trajectory of the robot's end effector toward an object in the workspace. Industrial applications of visual surveying are part positioning, retrieving parts moving along a conveyor, seam tracking in continuous arc welding, etc. All the above applications, that is inspection, identification, and visual surveying and navigational control, some way require the determination of the configuration of the objects, motion of the objects, reconstruction of the 3D geometry of the objects from their 2D images for measurements, and building the maps of the environments for a robot's navigation. Coverage of vision system is from a few millimeters to tens of meters with either narrow or wide angles depending upon the computer vision depending upon the computer vision versus computer graphics. Computer vision can be thought of as inverse computer graphics. Computer graphics deals with how to generate images from a specification of the visual scene. For example, objects, screen structures, light sources, whereas computer vision inverts this process to infer the structure of the world from the observed images. Then already we have seen figure shows a typical visual system connected to an industrial robot. That is nothing but this is visual system. Camera, robot controller, object, robot. These are the typical components of the hardware of robot vision system. Now, next is elements in a vision sensor. Now here different elements are there. First is object. Now on that object this light will fall, then light get reflected from that object. Then this shutter is there. Then that light passes through this small aperture. Then this it passes through the lens. All the rays are getting condensed in the lens, and sensor is there. That light falls on this sensor, reflected light falls on the sensor, and then here it is given to this system. Then that system, analog electronic system is there. That analog electrical electronic system generate video signal. Therefore, in vision systems, the principal imaging component is a complete camera, including sensing array, associated electronics, output signal format, and lens as shown in figure. The task of the camera as a vision sensor is to measure the intensity of the light reflected by an object as indicated in figure using a photosensitive element termed pixel or photosite. A pixel is capable of transforming light energy into electric energy. The sensors of different types like CCD or digital camera, CMOS, etc. are available depending on the physical principle exploited to realize the energy transformation. Depending on the application, the camera should be RS-170/CCIR, NTSC/PAL. These are American RS-170 monocular, European/Indian CCIR monocular, NTSC color, PAL color television, standard signal produced by the video cameras respectively. Progressive scan, variable scan or line scan. These are nothing but different types of cameras. Progressive scan, variable scan, line scan or area scan. These we are going to see. Then 5 major system parameters which govern the choice of camera are field of view, resolution, working distance, depth of field, and image data acquisition rate. As a rule of thumb, for size measurement, the sensor should have a number of pixels at least twice the ratio of the largest to smallest object sizes of interest. Now we'll see camera system. As indicated in figure 4.16, a camera is a complex system comprising of several devices inside it. Other than the photosensitive sensor, there are shutter, a lens, and analog pre-processing electronics. The lens is responsible for focusing the light reflected by the object on the plane where the photosensitive sensor lies, called the image plane. In order to use it to compute the position and or orientation of an object, the associated coordinate transformations etc. need to be performed using the knowledge of chapter 5, that is transformation. This is generally carried out by a software residing inside a personal computer which saves the images. Specific calculations related to camera calibration etc. can be found in Heralik and Shapiro, that is in 1993, Cialino et al. 2011 and others. Note that there are two types of video cameras, analog and digital. Analog cameras are not in common anymore. Then Vidicon camera. Now this is the schematic diagram of a Vidicon camera. Now it consists of this transparent metallic film. This is the lens. This is photosensitive mosaic. These are the capacitor detectors. This is electronic gun. Now early vision systems employed Vidicon cameras, which are bulky vacuum tube devices. They are almost extinct today, but explained here for the sake of completeness in the development of video cameras. Vidicons are also more sensitive to electromagnetic noise inference and require high power. Their chief advantages are higher resolution and better light sensitivity. Figure 4.17 shows the schematic diagram of a Vidicon camera. In sampling, a given analog signal is sampled periodically to obtain a series of discrete time analog signal By setting a specified sampling rate, the analog signal can be approximated by the sampled digital outputs. However, while reconstructing the original signal from the sample data, one may end up with a completely different signal. This loss of information is called aliasing, and it can be a serious problem. In order to prevent aliasing, according to the sampling theorem, the sampling rate must be at least twice the largest frequency in the original video signal if one wishes to reconstruct that signal exactly. Now this is the sampling and digitalization. See that this is the analog signal and this is the sampled output digital signal. Means some noise is there, that noise has been removed from the signal and this is a corrected digital signal is there. Next is digital camera. A digital camera is based on solid state technology. The main part of these cameras is a solid state silicon wafer image area that has hundreds of thousands of extremely small photosensitive areas called photosites printed on it. Each small area of the wafer is a pixel. As the image is projected onto the image area, at each pixel location of the wafer, a change is developed that is proportional to the intensity of the light at that location. Thus, a digital camera is also called a charged coupled device or CCD camera or charge integrated device CID camera. The collection of charges as shown in figure 4.19, if read subsequentially or sequentially, would be a representation of the image pixels. The output is a discrete representation of the image as a voltage sampled in time. Solid state cameras are smaller, more rugged, last longer, and have less inherent image distortion than VDCon cameras. They are also slightly more costly, but prices are coming down. Now, basic principles of this CCD camera is what? Charged coupled device or charge integrated device camera, or it is also known as digital camera. See that this is the electrode A, B, and C. This is the silicon wafer is there. This light falls. Then these electrons get accumulated and this charge has moved to C. Both the CCDs and CID chips use large transfer techniques to capture an image. In a CCD camera, light impinges on the optical equivalent of a random access memory chip. The light is absorbed in a silicon substrate with charge build up proportional to the amount of light reaching the array. Once sufficient amount of energy has been received to provide a picture, the charges are read out through built-in control registers. Some CCD chips use an interline charge transfer technique. Others use frame transfer approach, which is more flexible for varying the integration period. The CID camera works on a similar principle. A CID chip is a metal oxide semiconductor or MOS based device with multiple gates similar to CCDs. The video signal is the result of a current pulse from a recombination of carriers. CIDs produce what is a pixel? A pixel is a short form for picture element. It is a single point in a graphic image, a better image that is less distortion, and use a different readout technique than CCDs, which require a separate scanning address unit. CIDs are therefore more expensive than CCDs. The principal difference between a CCD and a CID camera is the method of generating the video signal. Now, again, we have seen a vision system. What are the different components, or what are the different, what that vision system does? It does only that is inspection, identification, and that signal conditioning. Now, introduction to machine vision system. A machine vision system is a type of technology that enables a computing device to inspect, evaluate, and identify still or moving images. It is a field in computer vision and is quite similar to surveillance cameras, but provides automatic image capturing, evaluation, and processing capabilities. Machine vision is the automatic extraction of information from digital images. A typical environment would be a manufacturing production line where hundreds of products are flowing down the line in front of a smart camera. Manufacturers use vision systems instead of human inspectors because it's faster, more consistent, and doesn't get tired. The camera captures the digital image and analyzes it against a predefined set of criteria. If the criteria are met, the object can proceed. If not, the object will be rerouted off the production line or for further inspection. Now, major applications of machine vision system already we have seen. Inspection is measurement. Measurement, a common machine vision application is automated measurement. After an image of a part is captured, the software compares the measurement to a required tolerance. For example, in factory automation, machine vision systems are used to measure the gap in a spark plug, ensuring it meets the tolerance required to function properly. In the packaging and labeling industry, machine vision is used to measure the fill level of a water bottle, ensuring it was filled to the correct height. Then next is counting. Another common machine vision application is counting, looking for a specific number of parts or features on a part to verify that it was manufactured correctly. In the electronics manufacturing industry, for example, machine vision is used to count various features of printed circuit boards to ensure that no component or step was missed in production. Next is location. Machine vision can be used to locate the position and orientation of a part and to verify proper assembly within specific tolerances. Location can identify a part for inspection with other machine vision tools, and it can also be trained to search for a unique pattern to identify a specific part. In the life sciences and medical industries, machine vision can locate test tube caps for further evaluation, such as cap presence, cap color, and measurement to ensure correct cap position. Then decoding. Machine vision can be used to decode linear, stacked, and 2D symbologies. It can also be used for optical character recognition, which is simultaneously human and machine readable. In factory automation, machine vision is used to sort products on a production line by decoding the symbol on the product. The symbol themselves can also be verified by machine vision based verification systems to ensure that they comply with the requirements of various symbology standards organizations. Benefits of machine vision system: reduce defects, ensure fewer bad parts enter the market which cause costly recalls and tarnish a company's reputation, prevent mislabeled products whose label doesn't match the content. These defects create unhappy customers, have a negative impact on your brand reputation, and pose a serious safety risk, especially with pharmaceutical products and food items for customers with allergies. Then increase the yield, turn additional available material into sellable product, avoid scrapping expensive materials and rebuilding parts, reduce downtime by detecting product routing errors that can cause system disruptions, then tracking parts and products, uniquely identify products so they can be tracked and traced throughout the manufacturing process, identify all pieces in the process, reducing stock and ensuring product will be more readily available for just-in-time processes, avoid component shortages, reduce inventory, and shorten delivery time, comply with regulations to compete in some markets. Manufacturers must comply with various regulations. In pharmaceuticals, a highly regulated industry, machine vision is used to ensure product integrity and safety by complying with government regulations such as 21 CFR Part 11 and GS1 data standards. Now all these components are seen components of a machine vision system, lighting. This critical aspect of a machine vision system illuminates the part to be inspected, allowing its features to stand out so that the system can see them as clearly as possible. Lens captures the image and presents it to the sensor in the form of light. Sensor converts light into a digital image for the processor to analyze. Vision processing consists of algorithm that review the image and extract the required information. Communication: the resulting data is communicated out to the world in a useful manner. Now we'll see one of the video of the machine vision system, then you will understand. All of you please use your earphone to listen this. Okay, thank you very much. Now we will stop here. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Now we will stop.